Hey, what's up friends? This is Mike from SerpApi API, and today I want to show you a script I wrote that makes it really easy to create beautiful job board posts, scraping Google Jobs using SerpApi API, so you can share it with your network and on LinkedIn. But also, if you're looking for jobs or want to do some research about how the jobs are out there right now, don't you worry, cause I gotcha. No matter your programming skills, this script is really easy to use, and I'll walk you through the whole thing step by step. This script works for every type of job. You'll be able to choose what region you want the jobs to be, if they're remote, on-premise, contract, full-time. The power is yours. But you ask me, Mike, why would I want to share job board posts on LinkedIn? Because it's great for your career, and using this script is gonna make it really easy to do and real fun. We're gonna have some fun today. And look, by sharing posts like that, we'll help you establish your professional brand. You'll get more visualizations in your profile, including from recruiters and professionals in your field, making your profile much more relevant to the algorithm. Plus, you'll get respect among the dev community. So let's go. We start here in my repository on GitHub. Let's clone my GitHub repository. I'm leaving a link to it in the description section. Here you can see if you have any problem along the way, you can always refer to the documentation. All the steps are here. And just a heads up, you need Ruby installed in your computer in order to run this script. There is also instructions for that in the documentation. But most likely though, you already have this installed in your computer, especially if you're running on a Mac. So let's go. Let's get the link to clone this repository. Click here. Now let's paste it on the terminal. Let's go git clone, paste that link. Boom, there you go. Now let's go to that directory, cd job post maker using SerpApi API. Now that we are here, we're gonna open VS Code. There you go. Now we're gonna need a free SerpApi API account in order to get the API key. Let's go create one. We go to serpapi.com. Let's register. I'm also leaving a link to SerpApi API in the description section so you can register. I'll sign up with Google. Let's use this account. Continue. There we go. Now I have to verify my emails, so I'll check my inbox and see if there's any email there. This is the email that I received. I'm just gonna confirm. There you go, the email is confirmed. Now I need to verify my phone number. Let's click verify phone number. You type your phone number here. Send the code. I already have an account with that phone number, but you should be getting the message on your phone so you can finish registering. So now I'm gonna use the account that I already have in order to show you how the dashboard looks and also show you where you can get your API key. Alright, now that we signed in, you go into your account and here you see this is your API key. You just copy that. Awesome. Now that we have the API key, we can go back to our code. And here you're going to create a .env file right here in this directory, just in the main directory. New file, .env. This is where we're gonna put our API key. You can also use this .env sample as a reference. I'll copy this, I'll paste in the env file. Now I'll paste the API key here, save. This API key is what's gonna give you access to SerpApi API. So this key has to be secret. Of course, I'm gonna invalidate this one right after I'm done with this video. Let's say you accidentally expose your API key. That's alright, you can always generate a new one. It's really easy, check it out. Go back to the dashboard, manage API key, regenerate API key, okay, boom, there you go. We can copy our new one, paste here, so the script is gonna work. Let's save. Cool, now that we saved the file, Let's look at the script file that we will run and go over each variable that we can change. This is the main script file, jobpostmaker.rb. There is also a few instructions here. All of these you're also gonna find in the documentation. The first one is job title. This one is required. I set it to Ruby on Rails, but you can change it to anything you like. There's some examples here: game developer, React developer full-time, developer internship, lead software engineer contract. It's up to you. Now this parameter here, location, this one is optional, but this is good to get like more targeted results. For example, I'm setting this one to New York, but you should set to the region where you're from, so the jobs that show up will be more relevant to you. If you want to know like all the locations available, I'm leaving a link here where you can download a JSON file with all possible locations that you can use. But I also put some examples here. Let's look. State of São Paulo, Brazil. This is Brazil! Shout out to Brazil. Shout out to Tropical on Rails. Shout out to the group Rails Girl São Paulo that is super active on LinkedIn. É nóis! Now, this remote, I'm setting it to true because I just want remote jobs to show up on my list. This one is also optional. If you set it to false, you only get on-premise. If you just comment it out, you can do that. You'll get both remote and on-premise jobs on your list. But I'm gonna leave it set to true. This one is the language you want your results to be. I'm setting it to English. I also have here some examples, Spanish, Portuguese, and you can also get a list of all supported languages in this link here. This is the number of unique jobs that will be on your job list when we finish running this script. For every job opportunity, that job is going to be posted in many job boards. Google Jobs will show you all those options. I have this board relevance here because if you have any job board that you like the most, you can include the name of it in this array, and if the job you're fetching is included in that job board, the link from that job board will have preference when we're creating the list. This fun bullet point is just bullet points for each opportunity. I like to make them fun, to make them more appealing, more engaging. I have here a dinosaur, but you're free to put any emoji here, anything you like. You can put that. You can put star, anything really. In the end of this file, we're creating this hash called search params, where we're putting all the parameters that are defined. Then we're passing this hash to create an instance of job scraper. These 2 stars over here is called double splat operator. We use it in this hash to turn into keyword arguments. In this case, this is equivalent to this. The only reason why I chose to do this way, because as I said, not all parameters here are required, so you're free to comment some of them out, and I'm building the hash based on which parameters are defined, and that's why I decided to do this way, just to make it really simple for you to use. Now let's run this code and see the magic happens. I'll open the terminal. First, we need to run bundle install to install all the gems that I'm using for this project. There we go. And we're gonna run the script with Ruby job postmaker.rb. You press enter. As you can see in the terminal, the unique jobs are getting fetched, and here we have a list of all job boards where these jobs are available. If there is any job board that you like most, let's say Ruby forum, you just copy it, paste in the board relevance array. Depending of the relevance, let's say that's your very favorite one, so you're gonna paste it first as a string. There you go. That's all you need to do. That's included now. The next time you run, if the jobs on the list are available on Ruby forum, the link for the job in that job board will have the preference. Now, let's look at this file here, generated job list. Boom, there we go. Here's our beautiful list. Nice. Okay, before we continue doing your phenomenal post, let's take a quick look at the job scraper file to see how these jobs are getting fetched. Going engine, Google, job scraper. In the constructor, we're using the keyword arguments to populate the instance variables we use to fetch the jobs. Then let's look here at job post maker. Once we create that instance, we call in generate job list in it. Let's see job scraper, generate job list, here we go. The first thing that generate job list does is to call the method getJobs and store the response from that method in the variable response. How does getJob works? Let's see. I start by creating a few variables that we'll need to keep track of when fetching the jobs. Then I print on the terminal that the script is starting to scrape the jobs from Google Jobs. Now, I'm starting a loop that initially will run until we have the number of jobs we specified when creating our instance. In this case, I'm using the default value, which is 15. Inside the loop, we're storing the response of the method getPageResult in the variable currentResponse. What is this next page token argument that I'm passing to getPageResult, which starts off as new? I will tell you in a bit. Let's look inside of getPageResult method. Here, we're creating an instance of Google Search, which is how we use SerpApi to scrape results from search engines, such as Google Jobs, and we're passing our parameters to it. Let's see the parameters. Engine, this is required if you're using Google Jobs. You have to pass Google Jobs to engine. Q, this is the query. In this case, it's gonna be Ruby on Rails. HL is the language code for the language that you want the results to be. No cache. I'm setting it to true because I don't want to get cache response, because if I run the same query again tomorrow, I want to make sure I'm getting fresh results. And here we're passing our API key that is also required. Then I'm merging to the parameters the next page token if we have to go through many result pages. I'm merging the location if we passed any, and also the L type, which is to say whether we want remote jobs or on-premise jobs. Then I'm returning those parameters that are used to create the Google search instance, and then I call getHash in it. And that's it. That's all we need to use SerpApi. It's very simple. It's literally 2 lines. We're gonna return the response from this call to the current response variable. We break the loop if we didn't get any result for our query. Otherwise, we add the number of jobs fetched in the current response to our variable total number of jobs. Then we iterate over the jobs we just fetched. We break the iteration if we already have the number of jobs we want. If we don't have the number of jobs we want, we check if the job we currently have is already inside our response to make sure we don't add duplicate jobs to our final list. If that job is not a duplicate, we add it to our response with the job title, company name, and the link to apply for the job. After we finish iterating through all the jobs of the current response, we check to see if we added more unique jobs to our final list. If we did, we print the progress on the terminal. We update the number of unique jobs we have so far. If we reach the end of the job results based on our query, then we'll have no more page results to scrape, so we break our while loop. If there is more pages of results available, we get the next page token from our current response for our next request to SerpApi, so we can get more results. This cycle repeats until we break from the while loop based on the conditions I mentioned as we're analyzing this code. After we break the loop, I return the response with our unique jobs sorted alphabetically based on the job titles. Now we go back to the method generate job list, so we get the response from getJobs. We iterate over each job in this response, and we print that to the generate job list file. I write on the terminal that we completed to run the script, then iterate over all job boards related to the jobs we fetched, and print them on the terminal, also sorted alphabetically by name. Awesome, that's it. Now let's create the art for our post. I'm gonna generate an image using Dolly. Here you go. Something cool. Diverse developers happy throwing their laptops to the air as if they were graduating from college. Let's see. Awesome, I really like the result. I think I'm gonna use this one. That looks very catchy. But let's make our image more fun, shall we? Let's start by putting a GIF on it to make it more appealing to the eyes. Pinterest is a really good place to find fun GIFs. I have this one over here with Jake dancing. I think this is really cool. That's gonna work. It has the transparent background, which is great. Let's save this one. Now that we have the GIF and image, let's create some fun text. I like to use Text Studio for that. Let's see here, effects. Try to look for a cool one. I'm gonna go with this one. It's very flashy. That looks cool. I'll type here Ruby on Rails jobs. I'm gonna remove the background, make it transparent, add some animation to make it a little fun. I'll put breathe, no pause. Let's download that as a GIF. Boom. Download. Now let's put it all together using Canva. Create design. Upload. I'll drag and drop the image from DALL-E here using a new design, custom size, just gonna leave as it is. Now let's add our Jake dancing. Gonna just drag and drop, very easy. Looks nice, looks good. Make it a little smaller. Drag and drop the text that we got. That looks sweet. Make it smaller. Put in the center. Now let's save this image. Let's save as a GIF. Download. You change the file type from MP4 to GIF. Download. Alright, the download is ready. Now we go to LinkedIn. Start a post. I'll drag and drop the image we just created with a lot of love. There we go, looks nice. Now I need a little text, right? Check out this Ruby on Rails jobs. Many great opportunities. And we're gonna paste our list here to our post. Let's see, generated job list. I'm gonna copy the whole thing. Paste here. And you see, like, for every company name there is an @ sign right before the company name. That's to make your life easier. Check it out, this trick that I got. You only click on the company name, you get some suggestions from LinkedIn about the company, right? And so you want to tag the company so people can check the company out, learn more about the culture, look at the page, maybe reach out to someone from that company. So let's do it. Square peg, boom, tagged. Load up, boom, tagged. Mud flap, boom. Script, boom. Huntress, boom. We're gonna post that. Boom, there we go. That's our beautiful list. Mission accomplished. Good job. That's it for today. I had a lot of fun making this project. I had a lot of fun making this script. If you have any questions or if you have any idea of other awesome projects that we can build together using SerpApi, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you create a job board post using this script, I would love if you tag me. I would love to check your post out. And also, we would love if you tag SerpApi on your post or on the comment sections of your post. Thanks again, I had a lot of fun. This is it for today, and I'll see you next time.